You're not saying. Oh, we didn't get the best entry yet, but definitely a lot of good trash playing out right now. We're at new price on the order block. This big order block over here on this 30-minute chart. So really big order block and looks like this. It's already kind of doing the whole thing, unfortunately. But hopefully we can catch some kind of pullback. But you can see right under this wick here, this is all new price. Technically already dipped into new price. We also got the 1, 2, 3 wicks, right? So that looks pretty good. So we can see that was the third touch. That's why we're getting this big bullish reaction. And we weren't there to catch the buys, unfortunately. So it's running pretty aggressively at the moment. Uh, there's a lot of little order blocks on the 5 minute up here. So there's a good chance it might try to get up here. So if we can catch some kind of pullback for entries, that'd be cool. While we wait for that, let's put our 936 ideology on so you can see why this drop happened, because I put it in the chat prior to the market opening. But we got a Tokyo high here with the orange line. That's at around 8:30 p.m. there. And then you can see this low before 3. So the lowest point was like right here. So this is both for Tokyo. So Tokyo's high was here, and then the low, you can see at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. dipped right below Tokyo's low at 245, grabbed liquidity from the low, took it up for Tokyo's entry, which was here. So that means London got sells at this area. So if we put a little arrow on it, this was our London sell opportunity. This was our Tokyo sell opportunity. And then 6 o'clock, right? London found a low right here. So this is London low. And around 6 o'clock, which is right here, they took it all the way up to Tokyo and London's high around 7. So you can see all 3 countries got into sells together, right? Tokyo, London, and New York. And then you can see that big push prior to market open, taking it all the way down to new price. New price is under this wick, which is also the part of the order block we'd be watching. So we can get rid of this big version and just keep the new price, right? So you can see really big order block here. And remember, we like to target the middles. I don't know if this is exactly in the middle, but we got the 1, 2, 3, and we got the mid, right? So perfect intersection for buys. Same play we took yesterday, just on a different style of time frame. So that was the initial push that we were looking for, which would have been really nice to catch, taking it straight up to this order block right there. And just like yesterday, that would have been the exit for our target. And then that would have been a banger. How come your second touch doesn't go off the touch of the red wick? Sometimes you have to make it fit. Manipulation happens at all different types of time. So you can see right after that big manipulation, this candle came down and touched the same line as well, which aligns with all of these. Can't always get a perfect picture. So sometimes you just got to use the generic trend line and cut through. Sometimes you got to use a candle, not even just the wick. So however you make it fit, the algorithm is going to make it make sense later. So it might not look right at the moment. So you could have had your line like this, which would have been very aggressive. Or you can have your line like this, taking these two, putting it down. Or you can try to see what fits most of the wicks. So this one looks good. This one looks good. Extending that down. So it's got to hit one of these arrays, right? but you can see there's a nice turnaround here. So there's a good chance that it more than likely looks like this. So we get confirmation afterwards, right? So now that we have the official 1, 2, 3 touch, we can maneuver as if this is going to be the retracement. So if this is the top and this is the bottom, then the 50 is right above this little order block here. So it's a good chance that we bounce in between these levels and that 50 before we decide to either correct or reject this trend, right? Meaning we close this order block out, maybe push deeper into the order block and further onto the 1, 2, 3 for another push higher, or we hold the 50% and then push higher into the order blocks that are here, which also coincide with London's low and Tokyo's low at the time. So if this is the move that all three countries got in, dropped it down, was able to get out from, then they would just take it right back into their normal range and then bounce in there until tomorrow. So if that makes sense, that's just the 936 idea and the chess game that we can kind of add around it. So for now, we missed the ultimate opportunity of just grabbing buys at that particular spot. But if they give us another opportunity, cool, we can definitely see if we can take it. So we'll give it until 11:30. I believe we have news today. Let me check that out.
I think news was at 9:30.
9:30. Cool. What's today? Wednesday or Tuesday? Tuesday? Yeah, right. Yeah, so 9:30, and then there's news at 10:10, which I think we're past that. The next one is a Fed meeting. Fed Chair Powell speaks at 11 p.m. So the market might get pretty volatile in 20 minutes from now. So let's see how that takes place. So yeah, we got 20 minutes basically. So the market is more than likely going to stay between order block and the 1, 2, 3 here until that 11 o'clock takes place. And then depending on his meeting, we should see some kind of volatility in one direction or the other. So again, we really don't like trading meetings because it's all going to be based off of the way he speaks and a whole lot of different psychological aspects during the conversation instead of it just being like an analytic report, right? Because if it's a report, there's just a number, we can determine a reaction. But with a meeting, we have to wait till bro is done talking before they really come to the conclusions that they needed to. So that being said, I don't know how long the meeting's going to last. If you wanted to watch it, it more than likely is being streamed on YouTube. But I think if we can't find that trade opportunity prior to the meeting, then we should leave it alone until 2 p.m. 2 p.m. is going to be that afternoon. And then power hour should have a lot more direction on if we're actually breaking highs, are we breaking lows, or are we staying in the range? So not every day needs to be a trading day, right? Yesterday we made a really fire trade. I had a really big trade as well. So if this 1, 2, 3 doesn't give us further continuation for us to take, it's fine. We can let the meeting do what it needs to do, and we'll just reallocate ourselves for tomorrow, depending on how 11 o'clock looks in the next 20 minutes. That being said, if you guys don't see the news, if you go to the announcement chat in the Discord and just scroll up, we put this week's news up there on Sunday. And the news that we're really looking forward to is tomorrow. So tomorrow at 9:30, we get core CPI, which is going to make the market move crazy. So it would make sense for them to keep it in this range unless Jerome Powell speaks on this meeting and kind of gives away some of the things we could expect tomorrow, then they could end up doing the move today, if that makes sense. So at 9:30 tomorrow, we should see the big move. So right now, I don't really expect this thing to drop to new lows or make new highs. I'm pretty sure we should be engineering liquidity, right? So that means if the range is going to be top and bottom, it should look like this. Here's the bottom, and then wherever the most common top is here. So this would be our range, right? These two red lines. So this meeting should only take us this low or this high and then leave us here. So that way tomorrow they can target one way and then blast off the other, right? So if it goes up first, grabs, probably drops down. If it goes down first, grabs, probably goes up. So tomorrow is going to be the most anticipated. Again, we can determine that at 11, but I'm just giving you both scenarios. So that way we can keep it in mind and not have too many expectations of the play that's in front of us right now. So they're not leaving any order blocks. If you guys can see on the 1 minute here, there's no order blocks from this bounce at all. Kind of got touched by every wick. Let's see if they got some on the 5. Yeah, nothing on the 5 either. And then we got to wait for this 15-minute to close. But even then, there's no order block there either. So that means consolidation might happen a little more until that 11 o'clock news comes out. So I'd say be patient. We'll just chill, check it out. If you guys got questions, we can run it in the meantime and talk about that to distract us from impulsively getting into any plays. But
Yeah, hey, I got a question for you. Speaking of copy trader, I was watching the video on the new module, and I saw you talked about Top Step X has the option to do copy trading, but I didn't see that portion in the video unless I overlooked it somehow.
No, I have the Top Step X video still. I only did it on Tradeovate, but Top Step X is very simple. You just click on the oh, I can do it right now if you want to see. Do you have Top
Yeah,
Step?
that's cool. Yeah, I have Top Step X.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, we're just waiting on this shit right now, but pull it up and show you. But it's fairly simple.
Yeah, I haven't really done any trades on it. I did like one trade, but I wanted to get all the copy traders set up so I can just do them all simultaneously because I got a couple of accounts.
I got you. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you some Top Step X copy trader. Yeah, I got a fuck ton of accounts they gave me, so show you guys that. Desktop, share. Okay. Can you guys see this screen right here, Top Step X?
Yes, sir.
All right, so all you do on this screen is you go down to this little settings button. Click on. Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, so go to the little settings button here. Go to copy trading. Pick your lead account. So whatever account you want to predominantly trade on. So you click it. Once you have that account, you pick the followers, right? So following accounts, you just click here and you add all the ones you want to copy trade. And now they're all going to follow this master account. So if you put them all on there, save the change. And now if you trade with this account, it should copy all of the trades on there. And they have a warning here that basically says it's order, not executions, which means
Come on, bitch.
so it's orders, right? Not executions. So that being said,
My stuff wasn't muted.
nah, you good though.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
my fault, bro.
We chilling. Yeah. Again, that being said, warning, right? Copy trade, your orders, not execution. So if it's during a time of volatility, it's just orders, not the actual fill. So again, just like order blocks, if it moves too fast, you might not get filled on one of those other contracts. So if you're trading during news, expect it to be skipping a lot of those orders. So if you're going to do news trades, I don't recommend trading with the copy trader. But if you're trading with regular volatility, like a 1, 2, 3 with the order block and stuff, it should be just fine. But that's how you would set it up.
How do you do it? You don't do it through Top Step X, right? You do it through a trade of it?
You can do both. It just depends on the broker you have. So if you have TopStep X, you have to use TopStep X. If you have Tradeovate, then you would use Tradeovate.
That the Top Step X promo code they gave you for like 10 free, like not 10 free accounts, but like 10 like discounted accounts.
Yeah.
Those are only for Top Step X. I didn't realize that. And so like I have like 2 of my accounts through Tradeovate and one through Top Step X. So it's like an extra level of fuckery.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, you'd be switching through accounts. But what I usually do is I'll use my desktop for TopStep X, and then I'll use Tradeovate on my phone, and then I would just press the buy button at the same time I would press it on TopStep X, assuming that I'm copy trading with both accounts. That way I can trade all 6 funded accounts, if that makes sense.
Oh, so you have like 3 through Tradeovate, 3 through Top Step X.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can only have 3 total funded accounts. So TopStep X 3, and then I'll have like my funded futures 3 active accounts.
You wait, we say you only have 6 total. Actually, never mind. Never mind. I know what you mean.
Yeah, you can only have 3 per like website, I guess, actively.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
And
makes
that's
sense.
again, that's also through funded accounts, not live accounts. So if you perform well on your funded accounts, they will eventually transition it to a live account, and that is not the same as a funded account. That means you like
So you can have as many live accounts as you want.
as they would approve you for, but most of the time you don't have multiple live accounts. They can just increase the net worth of your account. So it's because on a funded account,
Oh yeah, I did see that. You could ask them.
yeah. So on a funded account, you're limited to 150K, but on a live account, you can get like a 300K, a 500K account based off of risk to reward and how they choose to, I guess, interview you for your strategy.
And that's all once you get upgraded to an Express account. That's what you mean by live, right?
No, Express is an Express phase to determine if you can get a live account, but you can still take your payouts out of the Express. It's just not a live account, meaning you're not an actual Top Step trader where you can ask them for better stop losses or an increase of a balance.
Okay. So like what's the volume you got to build up in that account before they give you that option to transfer?
It's very subjective. Truly, what they're looking for is your consistency, not necessarily how much money you're making. So there's traders who've acquired live accounts just for making $2,000, but they make $200 10 times in a row with no losses, you know?
I
So
got you. Yeah.
yeah. So depending on your consistency is how they choose to determine if you're eligible for a live account or not. And that also depends on the volatility of how many accounts you went through in comparison to one account you're actually managing at the moment. So it makes for a very weird report. So that's why I have you guys all on personal accounts right now, because you get to fuck up as much as you want. And then when you're done fucking up and you're doing really well and you have your strategy, when you go make your business accounts, you shouldn't have to fuck up. So that means the first account you get, you're going to get funded and have a good track record. So you'll probably get a live account ASAP, if that makes sense.
That makes way more sense.
Yeah. So
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
X,
what's up?
yo, bro, what's the difference between the business account and just a regular trade account?
Got you. So to the naked eye, one just has your name, a personal name, and one has your business name. But to the actual like allocation of finances, one is a regular human being, so you're taxed with capital gains tax, and one is a business that manages funding, so you get to have write-offs and all that good stuff. So that's why
Okay.
yeah, so that's why you're gonna have to pay the taxes on your personal, but you're learning on your personal, and you paid for mentorships and the accounts with business credit card. So when you do make money on business accounting, you'll be able to do your write-offs and everything.
Copy that.
Okay, weird.
So
I was thinking about
basically, how long would it take you to get your business account?
It's very subjective to how fast you understand the strategies. I've had people get their business accounts in the first month because they have experience or they understood the strategies fast enough. And I have people that are still working on personal accounts, making it towards getting their business accounts. So the faster you can understand your strategy and get to a bag, the easier it is for us to transition right over to business. Because again, we want your business to be clear cut and concise and consistent so you can immediately get a live account. Because if you try to get a live account right now and you're on your 10th funded account, you're going to need way more consistency to offset how long it took you to become consistent, if that makes sense.
That does, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so everything's
It's
planned
like
out.
playing both sides of the coin.
Exactly. It's all methodical. I got it all planned out for y'all. You don't even got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? Just follow the roadmap. You know what I mean? So right now we're trying to understand the strategies and get all these gripes and failures on your personal accounts. So that way when you're finally ready to pull the trigger on taking this professionally, you don't have to deal with all the shit that I had to go through. You know what I mean? You'll just be able to get up and run and it should be easy to go. This trade's looking pretty dope. So this 30-minute candle's got 5 minutes left in it. So it more than likely is going to close right here in this order block. And then we can probably see the next 30-minute, try to do a little pullback and maybe run into the next. But again, in 5 minutes, the news is about to start. Well, not the news, but the meeting. And I think through all that explanation, we missed our opportunity, but there was no order block or anything there either. So can't blame us. So should be all right though. We can see what the news does. Maybe the news might give us more volatility to provide another sweep and then claim the trend line again. And then we can go for an entry to break for back to these highs where the country's got in. So if we fall from one of these order blocks back under, and then we go back above this trend line, I'm down to take buys. I just don't know if that happens in the next hour or does it happen at 2 p.m., right? So whenever it does happen, that'd be a fire trade. Otherwise, we're more than likely going to creep to one of these order blocks and then shoot back down and cause this whole ranging ideology we spoke of until tomorrow. But that's cool. Good questions from everybody. I'm hearing more questions about the allocation of LLCs and business and copy trade. So I'm glad you guys are feeling more comfortable with the strategies and the understanding of the market to now start focusing on the implementation of a working strategy into your businesses. So don't jump the gun and try to jump straight into getting business accounts and such yet. Just let yourself be a student for a certain amount of time, right? Get the strategy down packed, book the one-on-one with me. So then we can talk about if you're ready to go to business or not, if you feel that way. So that way we can do it correctly and we won't have to backtrack based off of a step you might have skipped.
I have a question about this morning. It's like 936, and you recommend like getting into cells because a sell bias.
Yep.
What determined that it was a sell bias, and also like where would you have like looked to get an entry? I ended up getting in a little late, so I didn't hold it as long as I wanted to because it started coming back up, so I was a little nervous.
Got you. Yeah, no worries.
So like so like tell me like how you would have like saw it this morning.
Got you. Yeah, I could break that down for you. So we're gonna have to do a market replay. So give me 3 minutes to see what this 11 o'clock candle does. So that way we can get into that. And if the
In a rush.
yeah, if this candle in the next 3 minutes doesn't do anything crazy for us, then we'll probably call it for the trading day. I'll break down that 936 and we'll leave the trading day alone until the afternoon because that meeting might go crazy. Cool. So we got like 2 minutes before we get this meeting taking place. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, because I know some of you this might still be new, you can go to forexfactory.com, right? Just open a new tab, forexfactory.com. And if you go there, you're gonna see this whole like economic calendar and all this On that calendar, it just shows you all the reports. So today, for at least me, yeah, it's Tuesday at 11 p.m. and apparently we have some meeting that's gonna go on. So we'll see how that go.
If you have top stack X, they have it within the system, the news calendar.
The economic calendar, yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I'm not on there right now, but yeah, that's a good point. All right, cool. Huh. Yeah, sound good. No, we got 30 seconds. Let's see what's good. So I'm gonna change to 1 minute just to get some views on that volatility. So if we don't see nothing crazy, then it's definitely gonna be an afternoon type of day. Usually during market hours, they don't do those crazy moves like they do at 8:30, unemployment and CPI. So 8:30 tomorrow is CPI, and then on Thursday is unemployment. So both of those days are gonna be crazy at 8:30 EST. So that'd be 9:30 p.m. here in Japan. All right, so here's 11 o'clock. Notice how the candle just kind of give us a quick shot up for the moment. But no real allocation towards like there's a little order block here. No real breaks or anything just yet. But you can tell on the 15-minute, you can see this order block right here. It already like went through this order block like twice. So it's definitely pushing through. And the next order block in the way on the 15 is up here. So I'd say the best trade that's in our way at the moment is getting buys under 18,706 somewhere, taking it up to that next order block to 18,737 if they give us that opportunity once again.
I got a quick question.
What up, G?
So, for example, like I know, obviously candle closage affects an order block being open or still pending. If there's a volume imbalance in there, and say like there's an order block and then the candles after that create a volume imbalance, is there still part of an order block live, or is that just like a dead space now, and it's just the volume imbalance is what's playing the impact? You understand?
I think I have a vision of what you're explaining. Are you looking at a specific scenario right now, or is that like something you
Yesterday when you were going over order blocks, I seen a volume imbalance show up after like the closure. You were like, all right, this order block's done now, and I seen there was a volume imbalance in there, and I was like, oh, like I wonder if. And I meant to ask it yesterday, but I never did.
Okay. Well, what I can say is, without putting anything on the chart for the moment, is the algorithm operates like a computer. So a computer is only going to execute the command that is given, the most recent command, right? So if the order block is what came first and it touched, then the order block will do its guarantee. And then if the volume imbalance was left there, then it would have to go back and touch that as well, and then it'll do its guarantee. So the volume imbalance that was created because of the reaction of the order block is not gonna like supersede what is supposed to happen, if that's what you're asking.
I got it. Yeah, I didn't know if it was gonna like. I know volume imbalances are almost like a magnet to a degree,
Right.
where the market kind of draws itself back to it. So I didn't know if like it missing the order block or didn't hit that space in the order block if that was like intentional.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah. I would say that it sounds very, very situational. So I doubt you'd run into it at least that much. But the closest thing I could see right now, for example, look, there's an order block here, and then there's a volume imbalance above it. And you can see the reaction of the order block first, and then it went down, and then this came all the way up to the volume imbalance, and then it went down, and then now this candle is clear to run for this order block and this volume imbalance in the way first. So
I got you.
you can see the order blocks execution caused the drop, and the volume imbalance caused it right after as well. So again, like it's just like a computer, so it's gonna execute whatever command is given at the moment.
Yeah, it was funny. Yesterday I was watching your modules, and when I just said to you a minute ago that you came across that, it was the one in the video actually.
Oh, okay. Nah, that's dope though. On YouTube, the models on YouTube, or
Nah, the one in the course,
oh, the course itself. Okay, I got you.
like the May 7th stuff.
Got you. Yeah, volume imbalancer is very tricky, so I try not to mix it in with uh like a new trader because they're very hard to find. So I'd only use them very situationally. Um, but that's definitely a class for another day for sure. Okay, we can get into the 936 stuff. This trade is mad fire. I wish I could have gotten the entries down here at the market open for sure, because this thing pulled back a few times. And right now it's currently in a 30-minute order block. See if I can.
I had the wrong 1, 2, 3 retracement, or I would have been in that trade. I was waiting for it all morning, but I had it too steep.
Yeah, I was in the shower for fucking too long, so I just got out and was like, damn, it's fucking 10:30 already. So
Yo, X.
you're
Yo, bro, Top Step on my phone is crazy, bro.
yeah, it looks
I'm
like
not even gonna lie.
trash, don't it?
Yeah, it looks like fucking trash. And then look, I don't even know where to hit the box. Bro.
You don't got your computer?
Nah, bro, I'm outside right now.
Bruh. I got you.
So
Yeah, it is
yeah, bro.
like that. But you on your just use the practice account. Yeah, if you want, you could try to fuck around with some of the platform to
Yeah,
see if you can find it.
I'm already on my practice account. It's just that I can't find the buy button, bro.
I got you. Say less. Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this 936 breakdown, and then I could call you on FaceTime, and you could screen share, and I could help you set it up.
I bet that.
All
All right,
right.
bro. Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. Let me break this thing down for us real quick. So back to your question, Sean, like why would cells be the bias, right, that we spoke of earlier? Uh, Let me show you this 936 breakdown, and hopefully this can add truer vision to the question you had asked. So I'm gonna just block out like 3. All right, cool. So 936, right? Should be fairly straightforward with that understanding of what we're looking for. So at 9 p.m. is Asia's session. So that usually gives us the high to use, right? So here's a high point for Tokyo. I like to label it, right? So I'll put on the text, maybe Tokyo high or Tokyo H. And then prior to 3, the closest thing to 3, right? So this is the 3 o'clock candle. So this 245 was Asia's low. So that would be, or sorry, Tokyo's low, regardless, same. So Tokyo low, right? 3 o'clock comes around, goes down and grabs the low of London, or sorry, Tokyo. So London grabbed buys, but Tokyo's high is here. So London is more than likely going to take these buys and try to get up to Tokyo's high. So you can see goes straight up above Tokyo's high and then completely sells off. So this sell off and this wick is very obvious. Came back down 18706. What you talking about? Oh, current price.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna bang this out. So, boom, goes for wick right above. This is London's short entry, which shows that Tokyo could potentially also have a short entry. Therefore, Tokyo wants it to go down, and then London went up to Tokyo's high and also wants it to go down. So now the next person to get in is at 6 a.m. You can see London sells it all the way off. 6 a.m. is about right here. So this is now London's low, 5:30. So we got London's high here, and London's low here. So at 6 o'clock, here's 6. They go right above Tokyo's low. There's an order block right here too. So you'll see, touches the order block, and then eventually reaches Tokyo's high. So the best sell opportunity is to get in where Tokyo, London, and hopefully this would be New York's entry as well. So anywhere that you can get in from this line and above would be great for sells. That would be the ultimate price. Otherwise, you need to use order block. And then from there, if all countries sold off at the same level, then the next level in mind would be the nearest order block or something. So this order block has already been used because of this wick here. So new price is under that. And under new price is also another order block. Therefore, my intention would be to take sells down to this level. And if I can see it spill through that, I would expect it to go into this order block. And that would be price target, right? So boom. And then that would be the trade that I would take. So you can see all the countries, right? 9, 3, 6 drops straight down to order block and level. And then all the countries would get out. And that causes the rally that we are experiencing at the moment. So does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I feel like that. I was seeing like probably like 60 to 70% of that like live, and then that kind of just like added more depth to my understanding.
Okay. Yeah. So you did watch it live. Did you come to those same conclusions while you were live, or was it still kind of foggy in the mind, or what?
I saw the highs and the lows, and I saw everybody buying in. I woke up a little too late for to get in some of the earlier trades,
Yeah.
and then I ended up getting some sells at like halfway between the Tokyo high and low, and then when I saw your retracement, and I thought that you were saying it was only going to go down to like half of what it did, so I got out.
I see. No, yeah. So for me, it was the new price of the order block, depending on the time frame you were looking at. You said I was waiting for it to go above London high, so I didn't take sells. London high. Oh, yeah. I agree. I think that's a concept that is kind of hard sometimes because we know that if New York has the data of London and Tokyo, then why wouldn't they just obliterate London as well? But as you can see, that might not always be the script to be had. So it's just about risk to reward, right? If you saw the rejection happening, and it would be up to you to say, could you experience a push above if it needs to happen? Otherwise, the more it goes into that direction, the more you can size into the trade, especially if you know the risk to reward is from here all the way down to here. Then it might be okay to buy a few contracts here and then size in as it's continuing to go in that direction. But that's all personal preference for sure. So I don't blame you. You got to take more of the obvious trades. The more obvious it is, the less you'll leave your trades to things you haven't experienced before, or like situations that don't occur often. But yeah, so again, the meeting started at 11, and you can see a lot of these pushes, right? A lot of volatility coming in. So we had this 15-minute candle here, right? While we were talking about the 936, we saw it push up past these levels. We saw it come all the way back down to 706. We got the alert, and then it currently reached all the way back up to fucking 719. So this meeting is just basically staying in the same area the whole time. So it more than likely will range or be manipulated during the conversation based off of whatever the hell he's talking about right now. So I'd say more than not, he's probably going to get off around lunchtime. So the meeting's probably going to be an hour, maybe 2 hours long. So if you are on the state side, I think you'll find really good trade opportunities at 2 p.m. Eastern time. But if you're in Asia, it's totally up to you if you're staying up that late. If I'm still awake, I'm down. I'll put some plays into the Discord. But for now, I think we should let this market operate because our trade, that 1, 2, 3 into the order block, was what we should have been into, and then take it up straight to the order block just like we did yesterday. But again, came in a little too late. So we could do about that besides wait for the next opportunity, right? So tomorrow, we got 8:30 news. So if you guys are down for that, I'll be in the Discord for sure. And I'll show you my analysis prior to it coming out. So that way we can all see if we can make a couple bands off of that trade. And then we have the following day, Thursday, is going to be unemployment, which is going to basically be a repetition of what might happen tomorrow. So that being said, that's my anticipated trades that I would like. So I'm personally not interested in wasting money at this very moment on these trades that aren't really set up or following through correctly. So I'm gonna save my balance and allocations for tomorrow instead. I recommend you do the same, but totally up to you. If you see some trade opportunities, don't hesitate to take it. But trading is not a job, you know what I'm saying? It's a hustle for us, and it doesn't have to be one that we got to clock in all the time, because the more you show up, the more you're eager to take a trade. And if there's not an opportunity there that you're used to taking, then you're just forcing the trade, and that's not something we want to do. So stick to the strategy. I don't see one right now, so I'm personally not going to be trading. All right, I think we got some decent questions in and everything, so appreciate.
Yeah, I got one more question before you go about the 936.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so when you see Asia's play out and you see it like dropping down, can you like make trade based off London's, like expect London to like buy up and then sell off at their high, like
Yeah,
like that little green room? Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah, I can show you actually on the Discord here. I took that trade earlier in the gym because of that same idea you're speaking of. So can you see this little screenshot? I know it's small, but
Yeah.
so this is Tokyo's high, and London came down, ran all the way above Tokyo's high. I just put sell orders there while I was in the gym, and it touched. And then after I put an alert, you can see my alert down here. So it filled me. I got an alert for that, and then it dropped down to that alert, and I was able to check it while I was in the gym, and I was like, oh shit, 4 bands, and then I was able to get out. And I like trades like that because it's more strategic. So like you said, right? If you have
You're not worried about it fucking going up way higher?
yeah, I'm not, because there's nothing there that should do that. And for me, that's personal experience. And again, you can put alerts and such. But no, I'm not worried about it running off, because algorithmically speaking, we know that they want to get above the Tokyo high. So if they do,
Okay.
then we can grab those cells. And if they flush under it fast enough, we don't even have to worry about it coming back up, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so the 936 is fire, bro. So yeah, if you as many questions as you need to ask, we can run through it as many times as you want, because every day has a different variation of it. So there's so many ways to interpret the way the countries move. So however many times we need to go over it in order to get all the examples out the way, just keep the questions coming. I do recommend you go on TradingView and try to backtest for yourself as well, and test your personal brain. So that way, when you do see it in real time, and we're not available to add any sauce to that, at least you can come up with those ideologies to say, you know what, based off of Tokyo's high and the way London rejected, I think both countries got into sells. I'm going to stick to sells today. And then you can catch one of the moves like that. Same thing with the upside.
Yeah,
as well.
thanks for going over all that, by the way, for real.
Oh yeah, yeah, bro. That's what we're here for sure. So I mean, the better you guys get at it, the more we can talk about it in the chat, and then y'all could put me on to something you see, because sometimes I'm on the wrong side of the trade too. You know what I mean? So it's just dependent on what you see and how you interpret it. So
I think that was Sean asking all the questions, but thanks for asking all those questions, Sean, because damn, that was everything I was thinking of too.
Hey,
Yeah, no problem, dude. I have a fucking million questions, and I always like try to like I could go on forever, and I try not to like overdo it all at once.
Oh yeah, bro. That's what we're here. That's what we're here for sure. And it gives me good content too, because I can take the little pieces out of the videos and upload them. So that way the people that aren't on the Zoom could also get the same data. So appreciate that.
Yeah, hearing you explain your like your thought process when something's like playing out gives me like more confidence when I make my trades, to like know that like, okay, this is like the line of thinking.
Hey, say less. Yeah, that's dope, bro. And
100% agree with that.
Yeah, bro. If you guys got trades that you're mapping out, it'd be cool if you guys take screenshots of them and try to explain it in the Discord as well, so we can have it for things to replicate on later. Because it's cool when you see the market in one position and then you take the screenshot and then you check it 2, 3 hours later, and everything that you put on there either was completely wrong or did everything to the T, and then we can learn from it, see what we can do better. So the more vulnerable you're willing to being, the more things I could probably add to your arsenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can definitely do that.
Hell yeah. I think everybody should do that, but it's up to y'all. You know what I mean? I know everybody got different lives and times and stuff. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate y'all tuning in and everything. Let's let the market operate. I'll be setting an alert for 18741. This order block is at least higher than the one that's currently being touched. So we can definitely see what happens to that order block. Maybe that'll cause another push below, or it's gonna, again, like we said, keep the range, right? And then tomorrow it'll probably grab from the top or the bottom and then break out with the red folder news at 8:30. So I'll talk to y'all at 2 p.m. if I'm still up and if there's a trade opportunity. So I'll see y'all later, man. Sure. Appreciate y'all too. All right, peace out, y'all.
All right, X, yo, well, I'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, buddy. I'll hit you up.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Peace.